verse 11 to 14. Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come from the Lord. Sirach 11 and verse 4. Boast not of thy clothing and raiment, and exalt not thyself in the day of honor, for the works of the Lord are wonderful, and his works among men are hidden. Job 25. Then Bela the Shilite replied, Dominion and all belong to God. He established order in the heights of heaven. Can his forces be numbered, or on whom does his light not rise? 4. How then can a mortal be righteous before God? How can one born of woman be pure? 5. If even the moon is not bright and the stars are not pure in his eyes. 6. How much less a mortal who is but a maggot, a human being who is only a worm. Habakkuk 2 and 20 in the GNT. The Lord is in his holy temple. Let everyone on earth be silent in his presence. Sirach 17 and verse 30 in the GNT to 32. Sirach 17 in the GNT. But this is not the nature of human beings. Not one of us is immortal. 31. Nothing is brighter than the sun, but even the sun's light fails during an eclipse. How much easier it is for human thoughts to be eclipsed by evil. 32. The Lord can look out over all the stars in the sky. Human beings, they are dust and ashes. Wisdom Solomon 16 in the GNT verse 2. But you, O Lord, did not punish your people in this way. Instead, you showed them kindness. You send them quails to eat, a rare, delicious food to satisfy their hunger. 3. You did all this so that the idolaters, when they were hungry, would be unable to eat because of the disgusting creatures sent to them. Your people, however, suffered hunger only a short while, and then they ate the finest food. It was necessary for the oppressors to suffer relentless need, while your people saw how their enemies were being tormented. When terrible fierce snakes attacked your people and were killing them with their poison, you did not remain angry long enough to destroy your people. Wisdom of Solomon 19 in the GNT. The societal stupidity of the Egyptians 19. But the godless continued to feed your pitiless anger until the very end. You knew what they would do before they did it. Verse 2. You knew that even though they let your people go and made them leave quickly, they would change their minds and pursue them. Verse 3 to 4. While the Egyptians were still mourning and at the graves of their dead, they forgot why all this had happened, and they foolishly decided that the people they had begged to leave were runaways, so they chased after them. They were led into this as part of the punishment they deserved, so that they would suffer the rest of the torments that were due to receive. Verse 5. They were to meet a strange death while your people continued on their miraculous journey. So strange deaths. The all of the Lord, the miraculous wonders of the Lord, and we're just maggots. The stars are worthy of more praise than us. We're just maggots. The stars at least shine, and we're nothing in the eyes of the Lord. Therefore, we're just worms, ashes and clay. The Lord can send torments on us, fears on us we haven't heard of, pain, tortures, lashes, punishments on us. Even the sun fails its light at an eclipse. How much more us? Even you're looking at one of these creatures that the Lord made. And Job 41 mentions him, this creature, this beast. And the sight of him would make us fear and run away. This beast was known as Leviathan, Godzilla. Verse 1. Can you pull in Leviathan with a fish, or tie its tongue with a rope? Skip down to verse 9. Any hope of subduing it is false. The mere sight of it is overpowering. No one is fierce enough to rouse it. Who then is able to stand against me? Who has a claim against me that I must pay? Everything under heaven belongs to me. So everything under heaven belongs to the Lord. Precedes me to this precept in Isaiah 45, in particular verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create the evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So it's nothing for the Lord to send us our heaviest fears, nightmares. A quick testimony I had years back, around my first year in the truth, 2020. So walking back home, it was at night. I was walking back home, and on my way back home, passing this empty road, lonely road, by myself. I was the only one there. But I wasn't the only one there, because I saw something running down the street, and then it just disappeared. And the thing I happened to find is the thing that was running looked like me, exactly like me. But it was hundreds of feet away from me. It definitely wasn't me, because I was walking. And this is a serious thing, so please don't laugh at me, but I saw this thing running. Saw this thing definitely running, and disappeared. Saw it for 3 seconds, and then it disappeared. But it looked exactly like me. And it was mocking me and scoffing me. It was the demon sent to mock me and scoff me. So I just saw it for 3 quick seconds, and then it disappeared. And I was like, wow. I mean, I wasn't scared of it. Honestly, when I get scared, I get pissed off, but sometimes I do get scared. And yesterday I did get scared as well. It was a heavy ass wind. Recently we've been having this weather, and then I hear that weather blasting, and they might pound something, hit something. I hear something outside. It's always something outside that falls, but that ends up scaring me. Recently, that happened yesterday, because it was late at night and at midnight. It's like it is right now. I got a horrible sleeping schedule, but going back to this video, pray it stays in the spirit.
I just heard some really strange noises outside, so I'm just gonna take a quick look. I live in Appalachia, so this is probably not a great idea. What is that? I don't even know. I guess I'll just take a quick look.
Where did that skull go?
There's a skull there? Oh my gosh. What the heck? Why is there a skull here? Hello? Hello? Oh my gosh, I gotta get back inside. I just heard some really strange noises outside, so I'm just gonna take a quick...
Yo, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Yo, what the fuck is that? What?
So this is from this. It says 10 terrifying theories about the universe. Well, this is okay. This is all. This ain't the one. This is the one. It's just like a door sitting there, basically. It's creepy, this door.
I was just walking out of my apartment. And look. You see that? You see that shadow? It's following me. I was just walking.
A smile is something special.
Since my job cameras when I'm the only one here, and it's basically like kitchen's empty, the hallways are empty, but it's a black, and one of them, in the kitchen one, the camera, a black balloon is floating up to the camera.
A smile is something special.
This was 12/24/2025. This one is pretty creepy, so I just warn you right now. So yeah, man, those are like strange apparitions, basically. Here the Santa Claus doll moves here.
Guys, I kind of feel like I should call someone. This girl has been standing here completely like a statue, like this, for 15 minutes. At first I thought she was waiting for someone, but no one has come, and there's nothing she's staring at. What the
No pudo haber salido, está con reja. Está con reja, güey.
Snow White starts caught moving in abandoned Disney park in Veracruz, Mexico. Yeah, they do a lot of witchcraft over there. And there's accounts of like witches turn into animals or some shit. But when I was in jail, it's for some petty shit. Nothing too big. Nothing. No, not too big time. Just some petty time I was doing it while in jail. Got time to hear other dudes speaking and their stories, and this one guy's story in particular is correct. Mentioned a story of basically, I'll just get to the point of his uncle, basically, who ended up killing this. It was like a wild pig, groundhog type of pig. And basically, when the next day following, the same way he murdered that pig, basically, this person ended up getting murdered the same way. How that pig died. And come to find out, what his uncle told him is that these witches have power to turn to wild pigs, animals, creatures. So I believe he said in particular it was his witch that died the same way. So, and another thing, when I was in there as well, because there being a lot of negative, evil energy up in there and shit, in the jail. Because people just want to get out. They want to fight each other, constantly hating each other, hating their life from all that dark energy from being in jail. Because it's correct mention how he woke up in the middle of the night while sleeping in his cell. We were both in the same unit, just different cells divided. I was in a whole nother cell, but in his cell he woke up in the middle of the night for something banging real loud in his cell, and he looked out on it and saw a real dark apparition standing outside of his cell. So these things exist. And I remember once when I was in my... Well, I'll just continue here. Gotta get this video here.
No digas mamadas, güey. No digas mamadas, yo. Mire.
So basically, y'all about, because I'm getting creeped out of looking at these myself, bro. But Y'all watch him shine, basically. He has a lot of shit out here. A lot of creatures, new apparitions. Sirach 17 and verse 1. And the Lord formed human beings from the dust. Okay, KJV. That's not there in KJV. Sirach 17 in the KJV here, verse 1. No, never mind. This ain't the one. Nahum 1 in the KJV, verse 8. But with an overrunning flood. So this is the king of terrors once again, the Lord. He will make an utter end of the place thereof, and darkness shall pursue his enemies. Micah 3 in the KJV, verse 6. Therefore night shall be unto you, that ye shall not have a vision, and it shall be dark unto you, and ye shall not divine. And the sun shall go down over the prophets, and the day shall be dark over them. And this is going into literal darkness as well as the spiritual one that's going to happen to befall on all the earth, everyone in it, with the prophecies we're speaking about. Sticking to the topic here. This is Wisdom of Solomon 18 in the GNT verse 17. At that moment, the people who were about to die had terrible nightmares and were seized by sudden fear. All over the land they lay half dead, and let it be known why they were dying. They knew that why they were dying because their horrible dreams had told them. Let's jump up to 14. The short night was half over, and all was quiet and peaceful, when suddenly your threats were carried out. An invisible word of judgment sped from your royal throne in heaven straight down to that doomed land. It came like a soldier in fierce attack. What was that soldier? That soldier there was the spirit creator for vengeance. Sirach 39 verse 29, because the left-handed angels obey the Father in heaven. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fear relay on sore strokes in the time of destruction. They pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hell, famine and death, all these things created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth what need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his words. So this was one of those spirits right here.
Está con reja. No digas mamadas, yo. Mire. No digas mamadas, güey. No, yo. No. No, güey, no mames. ¿Qué fue eso, güey? No sé. ¿Crees que haya sido ella? No mames, güey, no mames. Te miran, ¿verdad? Pareciera, pero no creo, güey. Güey, es que qué pedo, güey. Hola. Tú te moviste. Tú fuiste la que se movió. ¿Es así? No mames, güey. ¿Tú fuiste la que se movió, mujer? A ver, güey. Güey, es que era el vestido también así, güey. ¿Verdad? Amarillo. Yo también, güey. No, güey, no era el hombre. Blancanieves. Ay, güey, dime que no era cierto, güey. No mames, güey. Mira. Pero es que, güey, no creo que haya sido ella, güey, mira. Porque no se puede ni sostener esto, güey. Mira, y aparte está muy rompido todo, mira. No, o sea, está en pintura de... No mames, güey. No puedo... Hola. ¿Tú te moviste? Güey, es que qué pedo, güey. Hola.
And this could be one of them apparitions. Basically, when I saw this, I was like, this could be one of them apparitions the Lord sends on one of you little whores out there, man. He's proud as Israelite woman, Eves and shit out here. Little wicked ass Isabella's out here.
Ay, cabrón.
Isabellas.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué será? Eso no es un niño. Ay, cabrón. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué será? Okay, come on.
So yeah, man. So those are just some clips there. It's really the point. I mean, I hope and pray I didn't creep you brothers out with all that shit, bullshit there, bro. But it's not to call it bullshit. It's like it, but scary ass clips there, man. That's really stuff that the Lord will send on the wicked. But the Lord has sent us these apparitions as well, and especially for the truth. I also remember once when I was in my room for the truth. And across my bed, I had the certain scriptures written down on my wall. Just a couple of scriptures there, and then two major. And then an apparition appeared to rip that page up, literally. Now that I think about it, it could have been a witch. So he also hear the accounts, testimonies. I used to be a fake Christian. About witches come activate, and their job is to attack Christians, right? That's what it could have been. I'm not sure what it could have been. It could have been a literal demon itself, which would be, I think, in my opinion, way worse. And I actually have another testimony I can share of certain spiritual, natural things I encounter each day, actually, as well. Of spirits touching me, like literally touching my face and shit, bro. Like, it could just be Esau's technology. I'm not sure, or it could just be witchcraft, some witch, or a mix of two. I'm not sure. I still ain't sure what it could be, but it's one of those. It's one of those, and yeah, but these are basically strange apparitions the Lord is gonna send on you wicked people out here, man. And Lord willing, He does send them on you people, because you proven time and time again you deserve it. You're not worthy. You're stubborn. You're wicked. You must continue in your wicked ways. And the Lord has apparitions set up for you. Anyway, I got because just like the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, just so he can see his firstborn killed in his face for free and drowned in the sea. That's scary. Like, to be drowned in the sea, literal sea. That's terrifying. Especially all the way on the bottom of it. It's completely dark. You just got waters that just suddenly closing in on you. That's phobia. Just imagining, and as Exodus 7 and 13, and he hardened Pharaoh's heart, that he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had said. Romans 9, verse 17 to 18. God said to Pharaoh, for this very purpose I raised you up, to demonstrate my power in you, that my name might be proclaimed and glorified throughout the whole kingdom, or whole earth. In fulfillment of this, it says that God hardened Pharaoh's heart. But if God raised up Pharaoh and hardened his heart to accomplish his divine purpose, then isn't Pharaoh exempt from Come, well, that's the point there. That's the point, but it's their will. If they're doing evil toward us, wickedness toward us, it's their will. It's ultimately the Lord's will. He wants you to keep fulfilling that. It's pleasing the Lord for you to fulfill, to mock, scoff at us, harm us, because it's pleasing the Lord's will. It might piss us off. We say sometimes the Lord's angry about that. But really, He's pleased about it. He's happy about it, bro. Because once again, it says in Isaiah 45, and now I close out with this point has been made. Those apparitions there. Verse particularly this precept here. Verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. Come. So with that's the point. Yeah, close out with this one. I got it already, but not in the KJV. Wisdom of Solomon 17:3. Being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions. Yeah, another scripture reads. I couldn't find it. I was trying to find it. Creatures newly made, beasts newly made. And this is one of our favorites here. Job 18:14. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. Yep, and those that really want to be our enemies of the Lord, they can be brought to the king of terrors. Strange apparitions. And this is Isaiah 66 in the KJV. Not so intricate, the KJV there. Isaiah 66 in verse 4. I'll also choose their illusions and bring their furies upon them. So the Lord knows our delusions. And now I bring their fears upon them is basically the scripture saying the Lord knows our deepest fears. He has the power to manifest it. Because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before mine eyes, and chose that in which I delighted not. Hear the word of Yahweh, ye tremble like the That's the point. Shalom, blah, blah, blah. Or willingness for edification.